So, Nick, you've reached a point in golf that no PG student has ever reached before. How did you do this?
Um, so when it comes to individual and teams, there was originally a qualifier at Wimber. It takes the top 80 students in the district, and you compete, and they take the top 30 that advance from there. So I was lucky enough to be one of the top 30 that gets to move on to Scotch Valley, and that is then the District 6 championship. And to advance to states, they took the top 8 from that top 30, and I was fortunate enough to be the top 8, and I believe nobody before me was ever able to get past Scotch Valley and go to states for golf.
Okay, Nick, what's the story behind how you did this?
Well, on the last hole, we did a shotgun start. So my final hole was number 13, and I needed to two-putt to shoot in 82, which was 10 over. Unfortunately, three-putted, which got me to 11 over. So as we were walking back to the pro shop, I felt a little sad and thought that I was just going to miss. As we were walking up, one of the kids in my group said, "Hey Nick, do you want to know where you're at?" Because we had the live scoring on our phones. And I'm like, "Yeah, go ahead and tell me." And he goes, "You're tied for 7th. And they took the top 8 out of the 30 kids that advanced from Wimber. So when I figured out that I was tied for 7th, I got very happy and excited. But another kid from Tyrone, who was also 11 over par, birdied his last hole, which got him to 10 over, which kicked me out of the top 8, which was unfortunate. And as I figured that out, I got a little sad, but I needed this one kid from Central. He bogeyed his last hole, so that forced myself, him, and a kid from Mill Valley. We went to a playoff, and all the kids who had played in the event and coaches decided to come and watch us, which got very nerve-wracking given that 100 people were watching you tee off. So the kid from Mill Valley hit his tee shot left into a river. The kid from Central hit his right down the fairway, and everybody got extremely excited and started cheering. I unfortunately went right and thought I might have been out of bounds. So when we got to my ball, I was happy to know that we had found it. And I tried to hit a big hook, which means the ball goes right to left, around a tree. But unfortunately, it stayed dead straight and went onto the number 2 tee box. So I thought I was done and I thought I'd lost. The kid from the valley hit a great shot from underneath the trees onto the green to about 4 feet. And the kid from Central just missed the green to the left. So it was looking pretty bad for me. I got a little upset, but I got a feeling that I still had a chance to come back and win. So I was 70 yards away. The green was down here, and the tee box was elevated. It was about 70 yards away. So I hit a 60 degree, and I was very nervous at the time, but I hit it, and I saw it was going right at the flag, and it cut the kid from Mill Valley. It was about 4 feet. I cut the difference, got it to 2 feet, and I made my putt for par. The kid from Central made his putt for par, and the kid from Mill Valley missed his putt, and he unfortunately had to take a drop because he went into the water. So it was then down to the Central kid and myself. We went to the second tee box, and once again, a lot of people came and watched us. So it was very, very nerve-wracking. The kid from Central missed his to the right of the green. I missed mine also to the right of the green, a little bit behind his. I had chipped on and had a putt for 3. He had chipped his shot short into the sand, so he was chipping out of the sand for 3. Hit a great shot, about 10 to 12 feet for 4, and I had a putt for 3. I missed my putt to about 3 feet. He missed his putt for 4, and I made my 3-footer, and that is how I won, and thankfully I'm able to go to states.
Okay, Nick, so you're the first kid at BG ever to do this.
Yeah.
This is individual states. How does it feel?
It's quite nice. I just started playing last year. When COVID shut down, I'd played baseball all up until then for 14 years, and when COVID shut down, it was my birthday. My parents decided to get me some golf clubs. I didn't like the idea at the time, thought it was stupid. Obviously, it turns out to be a fun game, so to be able to come this far in a year is quite nice and really encouraging to see.
Okay, Nick, so this is definitely a great progression of skills, and you've gotten very good very quickly. Who would you attribute that to the most?
Well, it's tough to attribute it to one singular person, but I liked watching a lot of guys on the PGA Tour and just a lot of different mentors that I've met who are really good at the game. And I just watching people like Tiger Woods and Michael Jordan. He plays basketball, but he has a very strong work ethic. So I thought if I want to be good, I might as well try my absolute best. So I stayed at the golf course till dark almost every night, and it obviously worked out.
That's awesome. So Nick, how does your team feel about this? Because this is individual states.
They've been great. They're a really good team. We had a good time this year. Unfortunately, we weren't able to advance, but all the guys on there were super nice, super kind, and I really enjoyed playing with each and every one of them.
So Nick, I've heard that you were in sort of an underdog situation here
Mm-hmm.
at the playoff. Can you explain what that was and the dynamics of it?
Yeah. So in the playoff at Scotch Valley, there were a lot of kids that have, first of all, played a lot longer than me. Since I've only played for a year, the kids that have a lot more experience, like 5 to 10 years, obviously had much more of an advantage than I did with experience. But also, we had played Central earlier in the year, and the kid that was in the playoff had beat me during our match. So when I figured out that he was who I was playing against in the playoff, got a little nervous, but I just remembered the feeling of what it was like to lose, and I tried my best, and I was fortunately able to come out on top this time.
All right, Nick, that'll be all for now.